I'm just looking at the weather forecast, and as you can see, the wind is absolutely horrendous for where I am, and it's 54-mile-an-hour winds at the minute, and it's not good. This wind is getting horrendous. It's a case of just keep on looking up when the big gusts come. I've just been looking at the phone before there. It's 45-mile-an-hour winds at the minute. It is horrendous. Like, these trees are buckling like mad, and it's a little bit off-putting. Look at these winds. The trees are swaying really bad. Can't believe it. There you go. There's a piping hot meal, fit for a king. Well, I think it is anyway. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Lundy's Wild Camp Stroke Bushcraft. As you can see, I'm back at the Bushcraft camp. Last week I was down the lakes with Rick and Mick, so that was fantastic. So hopefully you've watched that video. If not, check out the links at the end of this video and you'll see it on there. But anyway, when I've come into camp, I've noticed there's a little bit of wind damage done. Nothing major structural, but the windbreak that we put up on these trees is all being ripped off by the wind, and the tarp's actually ripped in half as well. And Rooney's side wall that he's got like just a British Army basher on, it's took a little bit of a hiding as well, and it's gone all slack. So I'll have to look at trying to rectify that somehow for him, and then I'll get this bit tidied up. So what I'm thinking now is, if the materials are just going to get ripped off there all the time, I think I might have to make some sort of like natural structure there, just to make a bit of a barrier. I've got loads of piles of cut-offs from trees and that up the far end of the woods that the farmer done ages ago, so I can drag them down and make like a bit of a weaved wall. I was going to be using the wood I've got to do this bit of structure here, but I think I'm going to scrap that for now, and this job is more important. Shelter's held up well. Looks like the wind is held up as well. The little rip that I didn't repair on the outside is a little bit bigger, but nothing to write home about. I can easily get a bit of black and nasty tape on there for now if I've got some in me pack. I hope I've packed it, and then I can get that up on there. And I've just got a lot of leaves in here that's blowing in. I'll just clear them out before I get my bed set up and that. Apart from that, that's it. Back to camp. It's the Sunday before New Year's Eve, and it's a little bit bleak out there. Like, it's a bit misty, and the wind's picking up in little bits of gusts. But other than that, like, it's not too bad at all. So off camera, I'm just going to have a quick walk around the woods, check and see if there's any tree damage anywhere. Check the trees above camp as well. Just with all the winds that we've been having lately, it's been unbelievable. So I'm just going to do a quick risk assessment of camp, make sure it's safe, and I'll see you in a bit because I'm waffling. Happy days. See you later. Right, well, that's me all set up, and I've also had another journey back to the car to bring down a big roll of tarp that I've got. It's like a builder's tarp. It's 4 meters wide by 25 meters long, and it's quite heavy duty as well. It's absolutely brilliant. People use it on their roofs. That's what builders use it for, and I've kindly been given about 3 or I think it was 4 rolls of that off Decker. He's a subscriber and everything, and a couple of rolls of netting as well, which I'm going to bring up over the course of the next couple of months. But thank you very much, Decker. Me and Rooney really appreciate it. You know, that's going to come in handy big style. And anyway, let's have a quick look at my setup. So for anybody that's new to the channel, this is my setup. So basically, on the outside, I've got a British Army issued bug net that you put on top of camp cots. Inside of there, at the bottom, I've got a bag, the green bags, all my spare clothing, socks and things, and my green top. And then I've got a heated body warmer, a heated pair of gloves. Both them items have got videos on them. If you're interested, go and check out my review playlist. Same here, I've got the Snug Pack Special Forces 2 sleeping bag with an army issued, well, I think I didn't have it's army issued, I got it off one of the lads. It's a camo pillow, it's really comfy. Underneath I've got a high gear pillow, and then I've got the Flex Tail Gear Light. It's the Flex Tail Zero matte. It's a RO5, rating it 5. Okay, absolutely superb bit of kit, really comfortable, keeps you lush and warm, and it fits in a hammock really well as well, and doesn't slip out. And there's a review on that as well on my playlist. For you that are new, underneath there I've got a canvas stretcher bed made. I got it done by Taylor up at Newcastle. I got one for me and one for Rooney with some material I had, and then obviously we just made the bed frames and just put that together every day, every time we come up. So that's basically me sleeping setup. On the table over here I've got a new stove to play with and test out, which you'll see a video coming on that. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I've got some Mr. Kipling's cakes. I'm going to have one of them with a cup of tea soon, and I'm going to add the rest to some custard later on. I've got a bag of sweets to munch on, because everybody gets sweeties when it's Christmas. A couple of bottles of water, power kit. I've got a Bailey's, my hot chocolates in my brew kit. I've got 2 Jack Daniels and the 3 cans of lager. Them cans are always sharing anyway, so I'll probably not drink it all. Loads of different spices, pepper, salts and other bits and pieces to go into me casserole today, which I've got here a bag of casserole mix and some diced chicken. So I'm going to have a chicken casserole later on tonight. Brew kit, electrical kit, bag packed, hung up in my chest rig. Tools up on the back wall. This lantern here, Mifta a lantern, absolutely brilliant. Gives off great light, 2 different types of settings, and you can play your music through it. There's also a review on that as well. There isn't a review on this, but it's a great little walkie-talkie stroke radio, and I might have to do a review on it because I use it all the time now and I quite like it. But that's basically me setup, all right. And then what I've done is I've swept all the floor with my rake, get all the leaves out the way and things. And when I come over to this section here, I found a little mouse hole down there, so I've raked over the top of it, see if it has any action on it, and it comes open again while I'm here. So I think that might be the culprit that's eating all my plastic stuff and that. And basically that's the rest of the camp there. Rooney shelter, wood storage, and a new storage shelter I've started building. I've still got a lot of work to do to it, but my main priority is stopping this wind coming through this gap. I've got a ridge line up, so I think I'm just going to hire me 3x3 tarp up like I did the last time, and then think about getting some material to build a solid wall at the back. As you can hear and possibly see, it's a bit windy. It's not mega windy compared to earlier, but the trees are still swaying a bit, and having that constant wind coming through here is an absolute nightmare, because what it does is it makes your wood burn quicker and makes you go through your wood pile quicker as well. So hence why I'm going to put a tarp up there. But anyway, I'm waffling. I'm going to get myself a cup of tea, and I'm going to have a cake and a couple of sweets, and I'll bring you back when I get busy doing something, whether it's wood prep, snapping branches up ready for the fire, or getting some sort of building stuff ready to do. All right, I'll see you later. Right, well, I come for a little walk around to see if I can see any down trees or dead standing trees. And just behind you, I've got this one. I'm not sure where it is. Some sort of hardwood, I think. But yeah, this here, it's as dead as a dodo. You can see all the dead branches, all of it, nice and dead, these. So I'm going to take a few of these limbs off. I'm not going to take the whole lot. I'll probably take this section. Well, I'll probably take this half here, or this one, and then just slice and dice all that up for tonight. Brought my trolley down, my axe and my saw. I've been picking up a few branches on the way down as well. But yeah, this is going to be ideal. There's loads of nice little bits all stuck up on it as well, as you can see. So I'll just gather all these to one side as a pile. Clear my area, make it safer for me. Yeah, it's all dead as a dodo. You can hear it all snapping there. I just cut this bit off here just to see what it was like, and it's as dry as out in sight. It's going to burn lovely. Oh, it's a lovely bit of wood, that. Obviously it's hung up in the tree a bit. I'm just going to put my saw up there out the way. And then just drag this down. And I'll just start cutting all that. So there you go, we've got a canny branch there and loads of nice little bits. So I'll do that bit first, see how much I've got, and then I may cut another limb off. I'm going to leave some of it for another time though. There's another one over there as well, and then there's another one lying down there. So there's loads of dead wood down here. There's bits of silver birch and everything a bit further in there, which I love to get a nice bit of silver birch for burning. That's nice to burn and it's nice to carve with as well. So anyway, let's crack cracking and get some wood prep done. Yee-hee! Here we go. Getting firewood warms you 3 times. 1, collecting it. 2, processing it. 3, burning it. Yes. Happy days.
Out of my mind, how could I be so blind? How could I not see? Awake on the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. I must have been wrong, 'cause your love is strong for him. Why would it not be? He's always there for you. I keep living alone, way so far from home. Free, but ready to flee from this all. Hard to be standing on your own. Hard to be standing on your own.
Right, well, as you can see, there's quite a canny bit. I've still got to cut them bits up down there. And then I've got plenty of little twigs and bits and pieces. I've also dragged a couple of other bits up where there's a swell off camera. And I've got some more over the back there. But that area where I went, it's just down the bottom of here, like down the bottom there. There's absolutely tons of stuff down there. And it's all nice bits of wood as well. It's not all pine, it's all different types, like silver birch, cherry, all sorts of stuff, like, so happy days. Plus I'm going to have a quick walk along into the old woods. I'll not bring you along and see if I can find any down limbs off dead stand trees and things, see if I can drag them in. Just try and utilise the wood around and keep a bit of wood in here for emergency as well. But definitely got enough firewood. But I've got another couple of hours. That windbreak is working a treat, so that's making me think I need to build a nice big solid wall there. I think move that bench out the way, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build a big solid wall there, about the same height as well. It's just a case of getting the actual material together. Even if I can like make one part of the wall and then high loads of that black tarp up in it, pin that into it, and then put loads of wood on the other side of the black tarp. And I've got cam net as well. I could always drape that over just to like cam it up a little bit, you know what I mean. It's actually working a treat. I can't hardly feel any wind coming through there now, just a slight little breeze, and that's perfect. Perfectamundo. Right, I'll do a little bit more wood prep off camera, and next time you see me, I'll probably be sitting down. I think I might have a pot noodle and a cup of tea. So I'll see you in a bit. Well, as you can see, I've made myself a nice cup of tea and pot noodle. It's get a little bit of warmth in, a little bit of food in. I've had nothing to eat since about 6:30, 7 o'clock this morning. Now about 2:30, going on 3 o'clock. The wind's picking up again. It's more like bits of gusty wind coming through than anything else. But the tarp I've got up on the side's working a treat like. So I've got lots of little bits of wood done. I've still got some wood underneath my table from the last time I was here. So I'm going to slice and dice up a few of my bigger chunks. And then the next time I'm here, I'm going to have to spend a full day just replanning all my wood shelter. Just going with my chainsaw and that, and getting loads more wood in. I like to make sure there's plenty there, just in case Rooney comes up by himself with the kids. And then there's always wood there. Obviously, he always does what I've done. Like what I've done, he goes around scavenges all the small parts and things like that. But if there's some nice big chunky logs there ready for him to split, it makes it easier for him. Then he's got more time to spend with the kids, you know, doing the catapult targets and things like that, or going for a walk around the woods and looking at different things. But yeah, I'm just going to spend a little bit of time off camera now and get this down my neck. And get me a cup of tea. And cheers, everybody. Well, if you got this far into the video already, thank you very much for clicking on it. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see more content from myself. And anyway, cheers. Right, let's see if I can get this going. Now I'm near Rick T outdoors like. Hello Rick, if you're watching, lad. Nearly had a flame there. Can't believe that. Oh, there you go. I've got a flame going, but it's just dying straight away. You can't get it done with a ferrocerium rod. Always have a lighter in your pocket. Alright, works a treat. Yeah. Get some little twigs on it. No point in beating about the bushes. Right, I think that's going to die. So before it does, I'm going to lift it up. I'm going to hide one of these fire lighters on. Oh, it's dying. Come on, get the flame. There we go. We'll capture the little bit of the flame. I always have a backup plan, ladies and gentlemen. I do. You know what I mean? There you go. Woohoo! I don't even know what the time is now. It's just been dark for a while. I've been sharpening my axe, so it's 5 to 5. It's time for a beer then. Happy days. And then we'll get this fire going properly. And then we'll get a stew on the go. There we're gone. That's nicely built up. I'm just going to clean this knife off on my jacket. And it's got a little safety clip thing. Push that in, throw it away. The ferrocerium rod's gone somewhere. Oh bugger, it's in the fire. Ye Christ, it's just as well I seen that. Always put your tools away first before mucking on with the fire, everybody. Otherwise you lose them. Need to practice more doing that. I think the fire, what do you call it, the feather sticks were a bit crappy like. But never mind. Let's stop making excuses. I'm just near Rick T outdoors. the master of fire starting, Mr. Rick. If you haven't seen my latest video, go to the video before this one, go and check him out. He's mint. Right, well, good evening everybody. It's 5:05 now. As you've seen, I've got the fire going. I tried it with a ferrocerium rod. I got a couple of little flames on it, like, but I just wasn't to be. And then when I did put the lighter on it, they died off dead quick. There wasn't many curls on it, to be quite honest. But anyway, it's time for a Kronenberg 1664. I think the light's a bit too bright, like. Never mind. Let's see if we can turn it down a bit. That's better. That fire's going well now. So anyway, cheers everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. I haven't really recorded much, to be honest. I've been enjoying my downtime, just chilling out. But it's a bit of a sparky fire, that, like. I'll tell you what though, it's just as well I've got that tarp up on the right hand side there, because that's stopping all the wind coming in. Look. It's a raging inferno. It's like a little boxing ring, that, isn't it? With the pools on the sides. I'm just going to let that die down a bit, and then I'll add a little bit more chunkier wood on. And yeah, should be okay. It's a bit sparky, Joe, like. I don't like it when the fire's dead sparky. It just burns your tops. And anyway, spinning around. Oh, I don't know if it's my eyes, but it does feel dead bright, that. That's better. That's definitely better. But aye, it's nice to have a can of beer and sit and waffle some crap to use, lot. But I nearly lost my fire rod there. I left it in the bloody fire pit. What a numpty, eh? But aye, I found this in my drawer. I can't remember who gives it. I think it was one of my neighbours gives it, actually. It's quite sharp, to be honest. It's a little lock knife. It's got a clip on it. It's got a little ferrocerium rod. And it's got a little safety thing you just push in there and then close it. The ferrocerium rod's dead stiff to get out. You've got to really pull it, like, but no, that's not a good thing. I'll end up breaking my teeth. But I just got to wiggle it just a little bit. Tell you one thing, it's never going to get lost, is it? And yeah, little clip, put it inside me little chest rig. Happy days. But aye, cheers. I'm gonna get me sorry about that, I forgot to turn my notifications off. Oh, it's just my grandson. My grandson's went back home today, been home for Christmas. He's just messaged us saying he's back home safe, so I'll be getting on the phone with him in a second. If you're watching, Declan, hello son, it's great seeing you. So I dropped him off this morning before I come here at the train station. He lives in Norwich. Right, well, time to start prepping my food. Okay, so I'm just going to put the spoon on top of the plastic there so I can get everything out of this bag. It's a dead simple, easy meal, quick and easy. Alright. Now, I always wash the pans when I come to camp. Alright, so it's nice and clean. Yeah. So all I'm going to do is, quickly, I've got a bag of chopped veg, already done and dusted. So this is a mild and tender casserole of vegetables. Ideal for slow cooking. Alright, and here's going to be slow cooking in the pan. All the rubbish will just go over there for later on. And then I've got some diced chicken, which I need to get open, and it doesn't seem to be opening properly. It's not that quick, is it? 2 seconds. Let's get the knife on here. So it just saves cooking it all, chopping it all up. Just buy some diced stuff, put it in there. Give that a little bit of a mix in. And then I've got a little bag here with loads of pots and that. I always put everything in little food bags These ones here I keep, alright, because it's just had the powders and that in. So basically I've got some salt, so I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of that in. Oh, maybe it's too much. A little bit of pepper. A little bit more actually, that'll do. Then I've got some of these chicken stocks. 1. 2. And then in here I've got some mixed herbs in some granules. So I'm just going to pour the whole lot in. That can get binned. And then I've got a vegetable oxo cube. It's all just for the extra tastes. Give that a bit of a crush. So all the rubbish is there. And then I've got some water. This is a litre bottle of water. I'll tell you what, the smoke's gone all over here. And then I'm just going to pour that in till it just covers. Oh, just now drop my spoon. And a quick little thingy around. And I'm going to put that on top of that bag. This bag gets kept for putting all my spices and that in. So I'll put that back in my pocket. And there we go. That's my pot done. So I'm just going to get the lid. Put that on. And then I'll get the tripod over the fire and we'll get it hung up. Well, that wind is getting up again. There's some canny big gusts coming. I put a little bit of a tarp in the little gap here, but it just blew out. So I've got a big canny bit of gust coming from there. I can smell my stew. It smells nice. So it must be heating up nicely. Fire's working a treat, like with the bits of hardwood I foraged earlier on. I really swore there. But yeah. It's getting canny windy, like. You can't really tell because it's dark now, like, but the trees are gone 60 a dozen, like. It's just like big gusts. It gone away and then all of a sudden it's just like, but you can see how the tarp's still blowing because that's just the constant breeze coming through. Even Rooney's shelter side, I fixed it and it's just went straight back to normal again. So I think that's something we're going to have to work on. But I'm going to put some more wood on the fire. I'm actually going to physically check my stew and see how it's going. So I'll get some gloves on and get me little stirrer. Let's have a look and see what it's like. Oh, that's bubbling away like mad. Oh, that's looking good. Yeah, looking fine and dandy that. Let's see if I can get you in close without dropping everything because I've got loads of stuff in my hands. The light's probably too bright to see it properly, but it's looking really good. Looking good. Right, let's get the lid back on before all the ash and all that starts flying in it. Let's give it one more stir. Oh yes, I'm looking forward to eating that. Right, well, I think my food's ready now, so I'm going to take it off the pot. I'm just going to hook my chain around the back. Take my hook off as well, so I don't lose it in the fire. And the chain goes round the post. That's just to stop it overheating. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that on my table. Move my plastic bottle out of the way so it doesn't get burned. And then we'll get you placed and we'll have a look and see how it works. How it looks even. Alright. So anyway, I'm just going to eat out the lid of the pan because it's something I can do. My eyes are dead blurry because I've just took my glasses off. So I've been watching a YouTube video while I've been waiting, and I'll tell you what, my feet are freezing. I've had to put my body warmer on underneath my jacket as well, because it's getting really cold. But anyway, the steam off my beep 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 soup off me stew should be done, and it's looking good. So I'm just going to serve myself up a nice portion. I'm going to get some of them juices in there as well. Hopefully the camera's picking this up. Oh, it looks lovely. It's a little bit watery compared, that's Geordie talk, watery. It's a little bit watery compared to what I was expecting it to look. But I'm going to get myself a nice portion because I am starving. Let's get the steam off. I'm not sure if the camera will pick that up because it's a bit steamy windows, isn't it? We've got lots of different vegetables in there. We've got some chicken in there. We've got some chicken stock cubes. We've got some chicken pots. We've got salt. We've got pepper. We've got mixed herbs. It smells really nice. And there's actually a little bit of chicken gravy in there as well. I didn't put any... what do you call it? I normally mix up a little pot with some cold water and some flour, and then I put that in, mix it in, and then cook off for the last hour with that in. But I didn't do it this time because I just wanted a nice soupy taste. And I tell you what, that tastes really nice. I can taste the pepper and all that as well, like, but I've got a nice chunk of chicken here. Nice and tender. I can feel that the carrots have still got a little bit of texture to them as well. Yeah, they have. Perfect. And that means all the rest of the veg is going to have a nice little bit of crunch to it. Oh, that's bloody lovely, that. Aye, I'm going to really enjoy this. And then I've still got enough in there to have a nice broth brew later on, and some supper, because it's only early. It's only about 7 o'clock at night, to be honest. I've just been sitting watching a YouTube video, and I really enjoyed it. It was really good. It was actually my video. No, I'm only kidding. I was watching somebody else's. Oh yeah, that's really nice. Right, anyway, I'm going to disappear. There you go. That's what I'm eating. A nice chicken casserole cooked on an open fire in the middle of the woods in a windy, freezing cold night. It is got really cold. I'm going to actually put on me body warmer heater on and get me body warmed, because I am freezing cold. I can't believe how cold it's just really gone. And I'm going to sit around the side of the fire as well, away from the smoke, and try and get my feet warmed up as well. I can't believe how cold it is. It's absolutely freezing. That wind is a killer. Anyway, waffle. Right, well, good evening everybody. It is freezing cold. So I've got myself a nice pot of hot water on. I'm going to make myself a Horlicks chocolate with Baileys, and then I've got myself some custard and some Mr. Kipling cakes for to have. So I think my water's boiling. Yippity doo dah, yippity doo. I'm just going to take my gloves off for now, find me little knife. I don't think you need a knife for this, like, but oh no, you don't. So I'm going to get my powder. Pour it in the cup. That's one big powder, that, like. That's going to be one chocolatey drink. I think that's about a quarter of the cup full, just of powder. Put my rubbish on there. Baileys. Oh yes. 100 mils of Baileys. Get that mixed into there. That's nearly half the cup full there. If you just look at that there, look. That's just the powdered stuff. I'm going to give that a mix before I pour the water in. Never had one of these for donkeys. Last weekend I took some for me, Mick and Rick, and I just drank the Baileys on its own, like, to be honest. But gloves on, because I've got a piping hot pan there to lift. That's going to be my bowl to make me custard in. Oh yes. Oh, look at that. Oh, I know it's going to be too hot, like. It's a bit lumpy bumpy. Give that a good mix. Oh, hey, I've never had hot chocolate and Baileys for donkey's years. That used to be a regular thing on this channel every night. Oh, just got a nice big chunk of the chocolate stuff. Oh, that's lovely, that. Oh, that's gonna warm the cockles of my heart, that. Because I'm flipping freezing, to be quite honest. But anyway, time to put the gas back on. Pan's not mega hot, like, so that's happy days. And I'm going to get this powder, custard powder. I'm going to add it into the hot water. I think you're supposed to bring it up to the boil, like, to be quite honest. I'm just going to mix it in. I'm going to turn that right down so it's... Oh, that was down. I'll turn that on to a bit of a simmer. You can see the wind on my stove. And then I'm going to just heat that up nicely. And that's going to be a nice half a pot of custard. And hopefully that'll thicken up lovely. And then I'll bring you back when it's done. And in the meantime, I've still got a half a Jack Daniels, but I'm going to have this Baileys and hot chocolate because I need something inside to scare us warm. My fire's dying off. I'm not going to bother putting anything else on it. I'm going to save the wood for another day, or for possibly in the morning. All depends how cool I am. Because I'm going to have this. I'm going to have a wee. And I'm going to jump in my scratcher and I'm going to go to sleep because I'm tired and I'm freezing. It's been so windy all night. It's been unbelievable. Like, the weather's shit. Yeah. It's still been nice to be out. It's felt different tonight. I don't know why. It just feels different. I think I'm not in me element. I'm not feeling me mojo, to be quite honest. But I've just chilled. I've never done anything. I've just been chilling out. But I have put my body warmer on, and I can feel the heat coming through it now, like, so that's great. But this custard is starting to thicken up a little bit. So that's goody two shoes. And I'm going to put all 4 cakes in there as well. So anyway, when that's ready, I'll bring you back. And hopefully I'll have that Baileys down my neck. I think I am going to hoist some more wood on the fire, like. Not that I'm sitting near it because the wind's blowing into it. So, waffle, whinge. Probably get more people unsubscribing. Right, well, that's me custard done. And as you can see, my fire's nearly out as well. It's blowing a hulu out here. Is it a hulu or a hoolie? One of the two. I never remember that bloody name. But it's blowing a gale in any way. A proper gale plat. Oh yeah. Anyway, before I start getting into saying stupid things that other people do, like Mr. Blot Outdoors, I'm going to get these cakes and put them on there. Oop, that one slipped in my mouth. So I've got 4 cakes, 4 candles, handles for forks. What a classic. Tell you what, I'm going to leave that one because I'll have no room for me custard. So I've got 2 and a bit. I'm tapping 2 and a bit now. Where's my glove? The glove of self-love. Can't help yourself, can you? Mr. Old bloody outdoorsies. Right, let's get this poured into there. Nowadays I'm going to have second share. There's absolutely tons of it. Oh yes. Never had a dessert for ages. Nice bit of custard. Oh hey. Nice and thick and all. Well, could have been thicker, but oh yeah. Oh, that's hot. Hot stuff. Nice bit of cake and custard before going to bed. Washed down with a Baileys and hot chocolate. Oh God, that's hot. Hot custard. It's halfway up me bloody spork. Me spoon. It's all on me bloody fingers. But I just love you that. Right. I'm going to make a mess of this. And I'm going to drink this Baileys and hot chocolate. Cheers everybody. Unless anything untoward happens, I'll catch yous in the morning. Right, well, good morning everybody. It's nearly 8 o'clock in the morning. I went to bed about 11:30 last night. The wind has been horrendous last night. But I've had quite a good sleep. I actually feel like I could actually turn around and go back to sleep. This bed is so comfortable. But I need to get up because I need a wee. But the wind has been horrible last night. Like, it's been absolutely blowing a gale. Yeah. Woke us up a few times, like. But, it's just got stronger and stronger throughout the night. I've just checked the phone there. It's nearly 50 mile-an-hour winds. It's just unbelievable. But, the shelter, the squeaks and the groans from it. But the way the trees are just tying themselves around out there, look. It's just unbelievable. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, like, but they're buckling over and everything, like. They're going here. Anyway, I'm gonna get away. Next time you see me, I'll have a brew on the go, some porridge on the go, and I'll be dressed. See you in a bit. Look at these winds. The trees are swaying really bad. Can't believe it. Yeah, the gusts of wind coming. Jesus. It's that noisy, it's like a wind, it's like a train's going by, it's that noisy. That's what it sounds like. Unbelievable, like. But shelter's holding up well. Making some squeaks and squones, like, because obviously I've attached the trees. Yeah. Listen to it out, yeah, man. Once you get out of that cover, it's even worse. That's proper. Ooh, that's some wind, that, like. I'd hate to be up on the hills in this. It's just constant. I don't know how much the camera's picking it up, like, but them trees are going berserk. I'm surprised none of them's come down the way they're bending. Never seen it this bad. Jesus. I hope none of them come down anyways. But aye, it's getting cold standing out here in this wind. Oh, that's bright. But yeah. Oh, bright light, bright light. I'm going to head back into the shelter. I'm freezing standing here, like, absolutely freezing. Let's get back into the shelter. Out of that wind. Woohoo! Oh, what a difference when you come round here. What a difference. Yeah. Turn that off. Aye, that's bloody windy out there, like. It's scary windy. That's the type of wind that you've got to worry about the trees, like. So I'm going to get a cup of tea on the go, ladies and gentlemen, and get myself a porridge. Well, I might just have a cup of tea, actually. I've got a bit of stew left over from last night. I'll have that a little bit later on, and I'm going to think about getting some wood together to make a barrier at that gap, make a permanent frame structure, and then add some of this black tarp, and then add a few more like slats to it once it's added to keep it there. It should work. But anyway, waffle, I'll see you later on. Right, well, that's me, got a nice cup of tea. I still can't believe how dull it is in here. It's 9:15 in the morning. That wind is horrendous, like. I hope that calms down before I leave. But anyway, a nice warm brew, get the day started. I'm actually that cold, I've had to put my body warmer heater on. I can feel it starting to work now, like, so that's happy days. But it's definitely a cold one. And I think if I didn't have that barrier, that tarp up in that gap, it would be freezing in here. That wind is vicious. I woke up a lot last night hearing it, and I actually had to put one of my strong torches on to check the trees, and they were going crazy, absolute crazy, like. Worse than that Storm Dara or whatever that was called. I think that was out up here compared to what it was in other parts of the country. But this here, these winds are just horrendous, like. The trees, I'm just watching them now, that they're just bending all over the place, especially when the gust of wind's coming in. But yeah, I've just had panic mode there, looking for me hook off me chain for cooking me stuff off me tripod. I thought I had dropped it in the fire last night, but it's hanging up on me line. It's got me big spoon hanging off it. So I was like five minutes scratching my head and wondering where it was. Right. Whoo! I'm not really hungry at the moment, and instead of having the porridge, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off the rest of that stew, and then all the broth that's in it, because it tastes really nice, I'm going to make myself a drink with it as well. So I'll have that in a couple of hours time. I'm not planning on going home straight away. I want to try and get a bit of a frame up. I've got some bits of wood to get started, and I'm just going to wing it, really. I'm just going to make a sort of like a trellis fence type thing, but I'll have to go and salvage loads of bits of branches and all that, and just tie as much stuff up on as I can, and then add a bit of tarp, and then see how it goes. But I don't think the tarp will last 5 minutes on it, like. because obviously I'm right at the edge of the woods, so obviously the wind's just coming straight in. If I was deeper into the woods, it doesn't, the deeper into the woods you are, you're not getting hammered as much. But this is the best bit of land to build on. It's not as boggy in the rain. But bloody hell. I'm not the camera, I'll pick them up like, it probably will. But look at this, that's just constant, it's like a board sail really. It's yeah. It probably doesn't look much on the camera, but them trees are gone bloody crazy like. Absolutely crazy. Now I'm going to finish off my brew, brush my teeth, get myself a quick squatty wash. Actually that means just like get the baby wipes out, give me face, me armpits and me bollocks a quick wipe, and then get cracking like. Obviously I'll not do that on camera. But I'm going to check the weather forecast as well. I think there's rain due and all. Oh, see you in a bit. Right, well, that's me all cleaned up and everything. And teeth brushed, washed. Dropped the kids off at the pool, had a cup of tea. And I've prepped a little bit of wood as well. Okay, so what I've done is I've collected all the bits and pieces I had for doing a frame for a bit of a shelter. But I'm going to use it all up here. It's just scraps really, and there's a couple of bits up there. There's a little tree that was half hanging down, so I've just ripped that out. You'll see later on the roots are still attached to it actually. It was just pulled over a bit. But the idea of this is to stop the wind coming through, is what this tarp's been doing. But if I leave this up, it's just going to end up getting ripped to bits. As you can see, it's putting a lot of pressure on it because it's pushed up against the me actual seat and everything. So what we've got, sorry I'm going to be spinning you around like lunatics. I've got trees here, here, there, and them next lot up. I'm going to be building a wall. So I'm going to start off with the ridge pool. I'm going to just keep adding bits of pools all the way along, so I've got my perfect height. And then add some more coming down like so, and then what I'll do is once I've got about 3 or 4 of them done, then I'll start looking at getting other branches to just tie onto there coming down over, and then we'll see where it goes from there, because then I can always weave things in between, or even make like a double wall and then just fill it full of loads of stuff. Just see how it goes. It's not going to be all done today. I'm just going to get the framework done because it's 10 o'clock in the morning. And by the time I get this done, get packed up and head off home. You know, I'm not here for the full day. So I'm just going to be waffling and cracking on the best I can. Get as much done with the material I've got. And then next time I'm here, I'll try and complete the task. That's the first part of the frame up. That covers the whole of the entrance and a little bit past on both shelters as well. So that's basically me 2 poles going all the way along. I might tie a third one along the bottom, and that'll brace the bottom part. This wind is getting horrendous. It's a case of just keep on looking up when the big gusts come. I've just been looking at the phone before there. It's 45 mile an hour winds at the minute. It is horrendous, like. these trees are buckling like mad, and it's a little bit off-putting. The last thing I want is a bit of a tree to fall down on my head. So I might have to call it a day, to be quite honest, and just come back and finish off another time, just get packed up. It's getting a bit brutal here. I'm going to check my phone again for the weather and see if it's going to calm down. If it's not, I'm packing up and I'm out of Dodge, like. So I'd rather a tree come down on camp when I'm not in it than when I'm here and live to fight another day. But I think what I'm going to do is, as you've seen, I've got other sticks here. I'll just demonstrate what I'm going to do. So basically, I've got other stuff here, and I'm just going to the ground and up above, and just put lots of like slats coming down, like spaced, and then I can start weaving stuff in between them. And once that's done, I'll weave it on this side, and then I can put slats coming down on the outer side and weave on that side as well, and that should be like a bit of a barrier. So fingers crossed that'll work. It's not the prettiest looking thing, it's not meant to look pretty, you know what I mean? It's just something to knock up the barrier and hopefully stop most of that wind coming through into camp. Yeah, I know there has been people saying, well, why don't you take your shelters down, rebuild camp and put them in the position so the back of the shelter is getting hit by the wind. That's just not going to happen. It's took us months to get to where we are now, and to take it all back down again and rebuild would be just crazy. So this is the next option. We've tried it with having the wind break up, it's not working. Putting a tarp up when we get to camp is working, it is, but over a long period of time that's going to end up getting ripped. All right, and that's not what I want to be having done with my tarps that I've got here to use for different types of camping. But this wind, it is bad, like. It's worse than it's been for any other storm. I don't even know if there's a storm named for this wind, but it's horrendous, like. But anyway, that's the plan of action. Every couple of feet, put a post up, get lots of little branches, weave them all in, stamp them down, and keep building from the bottom up over. And then we'll see what it looks like. If it doesn't work, then we'll try something else. It's all part of the learning curve, innit? But anyway, I'm going to crack on off camera, and I'll bring you back and show you what I've done next. Right, well, I'm just looking at the weather forecast, and as you can see, the wind is absolutely horrendous for where I am, and it's 54 mile an hour winds at the minute, and it's not going to drop down till 20 mile an hour winds till 3 o'clock. So I think I'm going to just pack up and go, because it's getting a bit wet, bit hairy in here, like, and I keep on getting distracted by looking at the trees buckling over. Right, well, that's me all packed up and ready to go. The wind is horrendous. These trees have never stopped swaying. As you can see, they're going crazy. But before, there was some big gusts coming. Some of these trees were practically bending over. But as you can see, the sun's coming out. But so is the rain on its way. I can see it in the back distance. It's black as out, so I'm going to head off and get out of Dodge before the rain hits, because wind and rain is a horrible way to walk out of camp, because you get soaking wet and freezing cold. But anyway, I've packed everything away. Everything's as tidy as can be. Obviously, I've left all my building material out the back there, so when I come back I can finish off a bit more of the fence, and that'll stop that breeze coming through there, which is really strong. But once I stand in here, it's happy days. There's my Bergen, everything else packed away. One thing I did forget to mention, these are like comfy fit earplugs. I got sent out by a company. All right, they're the ones that don't stick in your lugs and you can still hear things. Okay, that's them there. They charge up in this little box. The box holds a bit of charge, and they'll last me a full shift when I'm at work as well. So you can still hear what's going on around you as well as listening to your music. So if that interests you, there'll be a description. In the description, there'll be a link for these. Okay, and I've had a great weekend. The food was really nice last night, even though I made it myself. And I'm always going to say my food tastes nice, unless it's really rank. And I have had a couple of meals where it's been absolutely disgusting, but last night that was really nice. And I drank all the rest of the broth and everything this morning as well, as I was doing things off camera, and the flavours just went even better. But anyway, waffle. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Do leave a comment though, and I will get back to you, because I do love reading them, and it's good interaction as well. All right, and if there's anything you would like to see us doing on this channel apart from the strip teas, let us know in the comments, and if I can do it, I will. See you later. Apart from taking my shelters down and rebuilding them.